Only the ribbon works, I'm afraid. How do you move your hand into it? You're like turning it to the right.
It's all the body.
Right.
Yeah, all the body play. I don't do it well because it's not my instrument. Why do you love Martenot?
Why? Because I think partly it's because I can't sing, and I've always wanted to be able to play an instrument that was like singing, and there's nothing closer.
Oh, yes.
Just having that vibrato, the control. Also, I play viola, and I always very frustrated at doing vibrato on the viola. Feels so unnatural. Feels very awkward. But on the Martenot, it feels very natural to be. It's just a very logical instrument. It's such a great idea, and so musical to play. You know, it's not like other electronic instruments.
No.
I've got synthesizers which are it's just switches. You're just turning switches on and on, and it's not really. You can't put your personality into it like you can with a violin or an oboe. This is the only electric instrument, I think, where you can do that. I'm very bad at going a long distance between notes. Very cautious. I usually just I'm very bad at jumping. The pitch is very difficult. I find it hard to get the ear to listen to. I feel really awkward meeting you because I feel like it's like someone like Elton John or something meeting Glenn Gould. You know, someone who plays the instrument properly, and I just play a kind of rough version of it. But I think it's important that the instrument is used in lots of different kinds of music and starts to spread into, like the saxophone and like all the. I often think of it a bit like the saxophone, you know, named after the inventor, and yet the saxophone crossed over into jazz and classical music and everything. But the Martenot, it's still pretty much, it's in quite a small field at the moment. One real one. Have you ever seen these? They're like the digital.
Oh no!
Ones.
What is
made by Monsieur Martenot's son, I believe.
Yes, Jean-Louis Martenot.
He made them briefly in the 80s or early 90s, and just made a few of them. They're called student models.
Oh yes.
For teaching. And
oh no, I never.
They're good.
It's so strange.
It's really strange. So after years of just hearing recordings, I couldn't even find a picture, and then eventually in a shop in Paris, I heard that there was one for sale. And so we bought it and just had it delivered to our studio where we were recording in Paris, and took this out of the box, and I had no idea how to play it. There was no one to show me which finger to use, which is why I'm using the wrong finger, really. Cool. You can tune.
Oh yes, c'est Jean-Louis Martenot.
It is, yeah, but he didn't make them for long.
When you play the keyboard?
I'm not very good at the.
The sound is not like the other on Martenot.
I know. Someone wrote an article about the Martenot in English. It was in London a few years ago, and they were suggesting that that Monsieur Martenot invented his machine at the wrong time, because it was distrusted by all the early electronic composers because it was too passionate, it was too lyrical and expressive, when they were looking for electronic sounds that were quite brutal and raw. So it was sort of a bit overlooked by all the early electronic composers, which I thought was really interesting and quite sad, really, that they, to miss it, really.